Hi there, this is the Frankenstein trap from the game between a group of consultants and the great Emmanuel Lasker in London in 1900. Well, the consultants, whoever they may have been, played e4 and Lasker e5, knight f3 and knight c6, bishop c4, and Lasker played the two knights defense with knight f6. Well, rather than play knight g5, the aggressive line which can lead to the fried liver attack, or d3, white played knight c3, defending the pawn on e4. But this allows black to play the Dracula Frankenstein theme trap with knight takes on e4, seemingly giving up a piece. But if that piece is taken with knight takes on e4, then black will get it back with interest after d5, forking the bishop and the knight. So the white players here thought, if they're going to lose a piece, why not disrupt the king anyway and prevent him from castling with a move bishop takes on f7. Well, Lasker duly took back the bishop now on f7, and now knight takes e4 allows black d5, hitting the knight with tempo. Well, the knight could go to g5, but after the king would drop back to g8, black would be threatening the move e4, removing the defender to the knight on g5, and then if white would play d3 first, then h6 is going to kick this knight back to the ugly square h3 with a good game for black. So the consultants decided to move the knight back immediately to g3. Anyway, Lasker proceeded aggressively with e4, hitting that knight on f3, who's got nowhere to go apart from back home to g1. Now the bishop develops to c5 to a good diagonal, and now the knight wants to come back out, relocate to e2. Well, queen f6 is threatening taking on f2. That looks like checkmate, so castles. And after castles, more aggression from black with h5. This h-pawn wants to continue on, hitting the knight and opening up lines for the rook on the h-file. After knight c3 was played, attacking the pawn on d5, Lasker ignores this threat and black can proceed with h4, hitting the knight. Since after knight takes on d5, queen e5 centralizes the queen, threatens the knight now on d5, and the knight on g3 is still being hit. So white played knight takes on e4, and after queen takes on e4, hitting the knight again on e5, knight takes on c7. Well, the knight jumps into d4, that's a great square, central square for the knight, and after d3 hitting the queen, of course white could have captured the rook on a8, but gets nothing from that material gain. After knight d4 and the move d3, the queen backed off to c6, and the idea now is black is going to push on with the move h3. Even if the knight captures the rook on a8, then h3 is tremendous and winning for black. So therefore, black decided to close off this diagonal, which could have come into play in the previous variation, by playing bishop e3. But the pawn marches on nonetheless, and the threat now is queen takes the pawn on g2. That's going to be checkmate. So the consultants played f3, but the pawn is taken nonetheless on g2. After rook to f2, let's just have a look. If king would have taken on g2, then queen takes the knight on c7, renewing the threat of mate, and it's mate on h2. So rook f2 was played, but after queen takes c7, and again the threat is on the h2 pawn, rook takes on g2 allowed Lasker to finish prettily this way. Knight takes on c2, and if bishop would have taken on c5, then queen takes c5 is check, with a winning position here for black. If the rook would have taken on c2, then the bishop will take on e3 with check, and Black will have time to deal with this attack on the queen with a winning position. So this has been a trap called the Frankenstein trap in a game between the consultants and the great Emmanuel Lasker in the two knights defense. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.